Bang, Monster, Rockstar, Reign, Red Bull, Adrenaline Shock. Healthy or not, you probably have heard about these energy drinks. How much energy do they actually give you, and are the ingredients potent to the well-being of your health? Now for this video, I went through the ingredients of 9 different energy drinks to find out which ingredients were the most dangerous and which weren't. Keep in mind that I rated these ingredients arbitrarily to what I found on the internet. I also ended up ranking these 9 energy drinks by how many of these ingredients they actually had. If you guys would like to skip to the part where I actually rank the energy drinks, then the timestamp is right here. You guys can go to there and then you'll know more. Now, only the most dangerous ingredients are gonna be the ones that I'm talking about, so let's just get this started. So red number 40, red 40, Allura red, CI 16035, and CI food red 17 can all be named for the same ingredient. This red food coloring has deep reasoning to be considered a human carcinogen, or a substance that supports the synthesis of cancer cells. Tests on rats revealed a considerable lower reproductive success rate, offspring weight, brain weight, and chance of survival for newborns. There were also signs of physical and behavior toxicity within developing rats. So that basically means that these signs can be translatable very easily to humans, but I wasn't able to find tests online about with human tests. So another thing to know is that you have to be wary about this ingredient because it's a very common ingredient. It's located in very common day cereals, candies, drinks, and cosmetics. It's pretty much just best to avoid it in nearly any scenario you're gonna be in. You don't wanna be using this product whatsoever. So the second notable ingredient on this list is actually sucralose. Now sucralose is an artificial sweetener that's created through a chemical process. This process is where hydrogen-oxygen groups are replaced with chlorine atoms, and the result is an extremely low-calorie sweetener that's about 400 to 700 times sweeter than regular table sugar. Now you're gonna see the negative impacts of sucralose most on individuals who don't consume sucralose on a regular basis. The most common effects is where blood sugar levels and insulin levels are altered with the consumption. Now this is pretty normal for anything that has any sort of calories, but you have to remember that sucralose itself is very low calorie of carbohydrate. You don't really want to be consuming sucralose that much. On top of that, there is research that perhaps sucralose may have a negative impact on the gut environment. This was found where the gut bacteria in rats' gut environments hadn't been back to their regular state after a 12-month period following the ending of the experiment. The conclusion is that if you don't consume sucralose on a regular basis, then you pretty much want to be avoiding it all the time. The reason why is because it's just so potent of an artificial sweetener. Now next on this list of terrible ingredients is going to be sorbic acid. Now it's been agreed upon with the health community that this ingredient is pretty much devoid of any carcinogenic effects. Though there is a common consensus that there is potential for it to create mutagens through the process of oxidation. They found that in living yeast cells, sorbic acid supported oxidation, which in the end led to mitochondrial DNA breakdown. Aside from all that though, it's typically used as a food preservative, so you're gonna see it pretty commonly. It's best just to avoid it because there are much less potent preservatives out there. Now another item on this list is sugar, which is kind of a vague description for a monosaccharide or glucose. But overall, sugar is just a water-soluble sweet carbohydrate. The body typically metabolizes it and just flushes it out if it needs to. Now, although I think there is no direct causation between sugar consumption and addiction and weight gain, I do think that sugar is typically linked with foods that are very easy to overconsume. But in this scenario, we're talking about energy drinks that typically have 0 calories, so it's pretty much negligible to complain about having sugar in an energy drink. That's not to say that companies should opt in for the least and cheapest alternative to sugar. They should be using erythritol or what's the other one? Merithrone? One of those. So ACE potassium sulfamine is another artificial sweetener on this list. You can probably already see a little trend going. Now the biggest thing about this sweetener is that research suggests that it has a carcinogenic effect. That being that it disrupts the cellular metabolic process. And of course, most health organizations have come to the consensus that it's safe to consume on a regular basis. Now I suggest that you shouldn't consume ACE sulfamine potassium if you feel like your body can't take the impact of it. Otherwise, don't feel nervous to consume it on a regular basis. And last on this dreaded list is going to be yerba mate. Yerba mate pretty much contains caffeine and a bunch of other ingredients that I won't name that stimulates the brain, heart, and muscle lining blood vessels. Higher dosages of 1 to 2 liters daily can increase the risk of cancers, but I mean, are you really going to be drinking 1 to 2 liters of yerba mate? I didn't even know this thing existed beforehand, so I doubt you'd be doing that. And this can even be the case for smaller dosages over a longer period of time. Another thing to note is that individuals who smoke and consume alcohol regularly are going to be more at risk with these effects. It's best just to avoid consuming this on a regular basis. And now we're off to the list of energy drinks. Now the most healthy of this list is gonna be Red Bull, which came out with a grading of -1.5. And this could be just because their ingredient list is so short, or it could also just be because of how long they've actually been in the energy drink game. Now I rated the original version of Red Bull, so if you're planning on getting like a different flavor, just make sure that you compare that one to like the original one. And if it is pretty much the same, then you basically are on the green light. And second on this list is gonna be Reign with a score of -1.95. This product has been heavily marketed for the fitness community, and it's pretty notable why. Most of the ingredients come down to vitamins of the B category and electrolytes. Of course, beware of the 300 milligrams of caffeine that are in this product, but for the most part, you're good to go with this drink. Now next on the list is going to be Adrenaline Shock with a score of -2.2, and I'm pretty sure this energy drink is a local one because I couldn't find like almost any information online about it. I actually had to go off of the list of ingredients on the physical can that I had. Now the way I see it, right, is that this drink is pretty much just a poser version of Reign. It's pretty much meant for the same audience, with the main ingredients consisting of amino acids and minerals that you're basically gonna get if you already have a very well balanced diet. It's pretty much a waste of money if you're just gonna be buying it for the BCAAs, because you already get those from consumption of meats, poultry, eggs, etc. And now for a tie, we have any flavor for Bang's energy drink and Rockstar's X-Durance drinks. All of these ended up with a score of -2.3. Wow, my arm is actually getting pretty tired. Now you can pretty much consider this the mid-ground for energy drinks. I only really graded 2 flavors for Bang and then 1 for the X-Durance one. Now I personally really prefer the Bang Rainbow Unicorn flavor. It tastes exactly like Capri Sun strawberry kiwi flavor, something like that. And I only prefer it over the X-Durance one only because like I can't drink a full X-Durance can without feeling like I'm about to explode. The drinks are pretty much good for anybody who is just trying to get a little bit of juice back into their battery. The most notable ingredients in these 2 drinks are ace-sulfamine potassium and sucralose. Now unfortunately, we have reached the line where if you actually care about your long-term health, you should just avoid these drinks entirely. Monster's Zero Ultra is next on the list with a -2.55. This is basically like a Bang but with sorbic acid mixed in. The white can tastes really good. I had it like a month back or so when I was gonna drive back home, but I mean, you should kind of avoid it if you have all these other drinks on the table. There's just no reason to opt for a Monster Zero Ultra. Now second to last on the list is Monster's Assault Red with a -3.15. It's a pretty big jump from the other Monster drink. The drink suffers in quality from the 2 types of sugars that they have. Now of course they are just sweeteners, but there are definitely better alternatives that they could have opted for in this product. Now I've never actually seen this drink in stores for some reason. I only chose it because when I looked up online, like most of the forums suggested that this one had like a really good flavor, so I just chose this drink to review. If you're finding value from this video, drop me one of these. And if you aren't subscribed, you should consider doing so just so that you can keep up with my vlogs and informational videos like this one. Now at the bottom of the barrel is unfortunately Rockstar's Pure Zero Ice. This product got a very fat -4.45. And the reason why is because this drink hosts the fearsome red number 40 in it. I was actually pretty disappointed when I found this out because this one's actually like one of my favorite ones in terms of taste. But just like avoid this. Like you don't need to consume this at all. There are way better alternatives to this drink. Now, if I were to leave you guys with one final message, it would probably be this. If you're gonna be prioritizing your health over anything else when it comes to these energy drinks, then you should probably opt out for some sort of like pre-workout or energy formula. The first 2 links in the description will be links to my 2 preferred energy powders. They're Optimum Nutrition's Amino Acid Energy. I use them out all the time as pre-workout and sometimes even just to like stay focused on whatever I'm doing at home. Typically like homework or something, or sometimes even when I'm like editing a video like deep at night, might need a little kick, you know. If you guys have gotten this far in the video, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. It's probably going to be a vlog of some sort, probably with fitness. I'm assuming by now that I'm probably already gonna be on track with fixing my knee up. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Loving is easy, you have me fucked up. It used to be so hard to see. Yeah, loving is easy when everything